So I'm here with Tom Lee in Aintree the night before the kickoff. Tom, Aintree day one, what are your initial thoughts on the races you've had a look at so far?
Well, what I would say is that there is always the danger with Aintree that Cheltenham being just 3 weeks ago, maybe some of those horses that have had real hard races across the 4 days at Cheltenham might not have enough in the tank to do themselves justice here. Of course, the two meetings back onto one another, and you notice the way that some trainers, for different reasons, waiting until the likes of Fairy House and Punchestown, but focus on what is there. The opening race, the Manifesto Novice Chase, the Grade 1, real good race this, and on a line through what's just been said, there's a horse in there who actually dodged the fight at Cheltenham, comes here arguably a fresher horse than the likes of Cloudy Dream, the likes of particularly Top Notch, who ran a mighty race in defeat at Cheltenham. But what about the 5-year-old for Paul Nicholls, Frodon, a horse who's shown his form on a range of tracks and on a range of ground, and having not run since February, it might be that he just arrives here with a little bit more spring in his step and a bit more zest, and that might be enough to see him through, because at the age of 5, undoubtedly this is a horse still improving. And when you think that he was only a 4-year-old when he won the December Gold Cup at Cheltenham, which is an astonishing feat really for any horse, but for a youngster like him, the way he's progressed and trained by a master, still more to come. So Frodon in the opener, I believe he's about 5 to 1, 11 to 2, definitely value there in my opinion. The other one I think is interesting is the Bowl, the Grade 1 at 250, where Q-Card comes back trying to get over that disappointment again from Cheltenham. And then you look at the likes of the old boy Silviniaco Conti, goes so well here. But when I worked through these, one more chance for a horse who I put up at Cheltenham, it didn't quite happen for him, and that's Gordon Elliott's Empire of Dirt, who this time last year, of course they were on such a high, he just won the stable plate there at Cheltenham. He again goes on a range of ground, nowhere near good enough to deal with Undersow at Cheltenham, but you can forgive him that because he was up against Inspired Brilliance that day. So if that hasn't left too much of a mark, I like the fact there's money around for him. I like the fact that since he's joined Gordon Elliott, he's improved again since his days with Colin Murphy. So he was great at Navan, and I had such high hopes for him at Cheltenham. I think we'll get our money back here. So Empire of Dirt later on in the 250 I think it is, and Frodon to kickstart the day.
There we go, those two juicy tips from Tom, and personally speaking, we all know Bouvdare is an absolute certainty, but how about the new one to finish second? That forecast currently pays 11 to 4, 5th in the Champion Hurdle. He improves over 2.5 miles. My Tent or Yours isn't sure to stay the trip. Bouvdare to beat My Tent at 11 to 4. Good luck.